therapy, and this is my last video of 3 where we're talking about hips, especially hip tightness, maybe hip soreness after activities like running, hiking, going upstairs, steep hills, that kind of thing. So I'm going to recap just a little bit the other 2 because they kind of lead into this one, and then I'm going to show you a quick little it can be a strengthening exercise. It can also be more of like an activation exercise to make sure that you're using all the right patterns for your walking, climbing, or running mechanics. And you can use it like preemptively to help strengthen you. You could also use it when you're actually out actively doing something. If you're starting to feel some things like starting to kind of tighten up in spite of trying to stretch them and that kind of thing. So the first video we went over how to do some mobilization to help your hips be in a better position, a better alignment, a better posture. And we're kind of keeping that theme because it's the back to school theme and we're all supposed to have good posture when we go back to school. And with posture, what we're talking a lot about is like, it's a whole network, a webbing, your fascial system, how your body just like is in space, not let me stand up tall, okay? So we worked on the first one, helping you get your hips into a better alignment so that all the forces are going a little more straight down versus this kind of tipping forward position that some of us tend to get into, and then we start losing control of the hip because of that reason. Okay, then the last video, I went over some kind of simple movements to help the hip do a couple of the things that it really needs to be able to do when you're walking, hiking, or running. And that is to go behind you and extend, and also kind of a little bit of rotation and out to the side. So we worked on being able to coordinate those kind of hip movements when you're laying down. And that's one of the things that when you're having a problem, sometimes you have to take things from the activity, you break it down into, you take gravity out of the equation, you put your body in a different position, and then you do some things to tweak how your body is moving in this situation, and then you take that upright and take it to the streets, so to speak. So that's where we are today. We've gone through a little bit of like biomechanical mobility, neuromuscular control. Now we're going to have a little move where we put all the pieces together, kind of like a motor control. And this is often when you're solving a problem, kind of what the timeline and what the trajectory can look like. So this is just a suggestion. It may not be the right thing for you to do, but I want to show it to you. And one thing to understand with this is what we're going to do is you're going to be getting into a position that is, it's kind of like the end range position that your whole body should be in if you were like really walking really fast or really sprinting or running really fast. So there are some differences between hiking, walking, and running, but overall the pattern of movement that starts in here, in our core, in our trunk, and our pelvis is very similar across those, and we're just kind of doing different things with our legs. So what that looks like typically is you're standing on one leg and you have to go into those movements that we talked about last time, extension, abduction, rotation on one side, so that's strong. The other side is the one that you're swinging through, and that movement should be starting way up here. So the leg doesn't end here, it really ends more like here, like you're a ballerina. Okay, so a way to help your body remember this, because what also happens is when you get into pain and when you have pain, something's not working, your body starts to figure out, tries to work around it, tries to compensate. And those compensations aren't always the best patterns for you to use. So once you're out of pain, sometimes you've got to retrain your body to move in a better way. So this can be something that helps with that. I just gave this exercise out to someone today. We were working on hip pain, and we were getting it aligned better after something had happened, an injury, and then we said, okay, we've got to remind the hip how to move. All right, so this is the move, okay? You're going to use the wall to help you. So you're going to come to a wall at a little bit of an angle. And then what I want you to do is push into the wall. If you want to try this, don't try it if you don't want to. And when you push into the wall, you're going to feel the front of your body tighten up a little bit. And notice that I'm not sagging. So I don't have any arching of my back or tightness or compression through there. So I'm pushing into the wall. The front of my body is active here. And then I'm going to take my right leg, and with my toes kind of flexed up and pointing towards the ceiling, I'm going to bring my knee kind of like I was trying to bring it all the way up to my belly button. Okay? And then on the leg that I'm standing on, I'm going to think I'm going to make this leg as long and tall as I can. So I'm thinking almost I'm pushing my foot through the floor, and then I'm going to go up on my toes and keep that knee straight and keep this up and keep pushing, and I'm going to hold it 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and then I'm going to take a break. That's actually kind of hard for me to do. I should practice that more. Once you've done one side, then you can try it the other way. It's good to do this both ways because walking and running are reciprocal. So you want both sides moving both directions. So I'm pushing into the wall. That's firing up the front of my body. I'm bringing my left knee, like I'm kind of bringing it up towards my belly button. I'm reaching my standing leg as long as I can. That makes my glutes work a lot. Keeping my knee straight, going up on my toes, and then I'm trying to hold that. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and then relaxing. Okay, so that's something that I'll take people through. We'll get them doing that for longer periods of time. Or if you're out, you're doing an activity and you start kind of feeling that tightness creeping in, you could try this. Find a wall, find a tree. Just do it a little bit, as long as it doesn't hurt. Don't do it if it hurts. And see if you can fire up those muscles. Remind your body, hey, this is how you're supposed to be doing this, remember? And that can be really helpful. So drop me a comment. You can tell me, hip, if this is something that you tried. Take it to the streets. That's right, Morgan. Hi, Talking with Tam. Nice to see you. Yeah, thanks for tuning in. Probably next week I'll make an announcement. We'll do some other different ones. I think we're going to keep with the back to school posture theme. Maybe move up a little higher from the hips. And yeah, hope you enjoyed it. All right, thanks. Bye-bye.